Hey, before we get into the video, I just want to point out that I'm mainly making this video for two reasons. For one, we haven't uploaded a full-length video in quite a while, and for two, we can't upload the rest of the days this week because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and you know, that's a time for family. And on Friday, we will be leaving for Florida because, well, there's an event down there. So yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know. On to the video. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Minor, and today we're going to be doing another ranking, but this time it's going to be slightly different. Today we're going to be ranking Michael Myers based on how brutal he is throughout the franchise. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Lost Legends TV for giving us this idea. We'll leave the video where they did the same thing in the iCard. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tiers. The first one we got is the Boogeyman. This is basically like the perfect Michael Myers. Like, you know, this one is the most brutal out of all of them. This one will only have one Michael Myers in it, and that'll be changing depending on which Michael Myers I'm talking about. Next is The Shape. Still a decent Michael Myers, not as good as the Boogeyman. Next is Sam Hain. Basically just like a decent Michael Myers, not overly brutal, but not like extremely weak. You know what I mean? Next here is WTF. Pretty self-explanatory. And last here is No. Just no. This is the weakest Michael Myers of all time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's just jump directly into it. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes and we're going to see which one we choose and stop. Okay, we got Tyler Maine's Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, you guys already know my feelings about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I hated it. Like, I legitimately thought that it was super confusing. Like, I couldn't understand what was going on. Now, my primary issue with it is mostly with the design of Michael Myers, but we're not talking about that in this video. We're talking about how brutal he is. And let me tell you something. This dude is brutal in this movie. Like he was more close to the original in the first one. You know, he was like, you know, hidden in the shadows, and you know, he was all mysterious. But in this one, he's freaking pissed, and he's trying to find his sister. So yeah, he's freaking brutal in this one. While not being the most brutal, I'm still gonna put him up in the Boogeyman. Obviously there are more brutal Michael Myers out there, so that's only temporary. Alright, and stop. H2O. Now, I absolutely loved H2O, but when I saw Michael Myers on there, I had one question in my head. What the hell is this thing? I don't hate the look of this Michael Myers, but he's freaking weak, man. Like the only time where he actually sees any feat of strength in this movie is when he lifts himself up from one hand in the you know that scene. We all know that scene. But still, he's also done that in Resurrection, which in my opinion he's a lot more tough in that one. But we'll get to that later. So I'm gonna have to put him in No. Alright, and stop. 2018. Okay. Now, I love the David Gordon Green trilogy. Now, and Halloween 2018 was the savior we all needed after so many bad movies. But, like, in my opinion, he's not really the most brutal. Honestly, he doesn't really go in either Boogeyman or The Shape, because he's not really, like I said, he's not really the most brutal. He's more just hidden in the shadows, stalking his prey, and hunting, you know, like playing with his food. Now, I will admit, there is that scene where he is going from house to house killing people. I will admit, that is pretty brutal. But I'm still going to put him in Sam Hain because, yeah, he's just hiding in the shadows. That's not really... Yeah. Alright, and... stop. Resurrection. Okay, Resurrection is debatably one of the worst ones in the franchise, honestly. But here's the thing. Michael is so much more brutal in this one. Like, he freaking impaled someone's neck with a tripod. He got hitting the crotch with electrical wires. He survived another fire. I mean that part is not really surprising, but still, this one's a lot more brutal compared to the H2O. So I'm gonna put him in WTF. While he's still pretty weak, he's a lot more brutal than the H2O one. Ready and stop. Okay, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. This one was also portrayed by Tyler Mane. Now, this is probably one of the scariest Michael Myers out there. While not being the most brutal, he's still freaking terrifying. Seriously, he's huge. He's like 6'8". Honestly, not really much to say there. He's just really scary, so I'll throw him up in the shape. Okay, and stop. Okay, so Halloween Kills. You guys already know, Halloween Kills is my favorite from the David Gordon Green trilogy. So, yeah, I love this one. Like, I love, like, the burnt look and everything. Honestly, I gotta say, this one is an extremely brutal Michael Myers. It's basically like Michael Myers on steroids. No, that's Tyler Mane. Super Saiyan Michael Myers. That's better. So I'm gonna say put him up in the Boogeyman. Sorry, Halloween 2, but I gotta take you down a notch. Because he is so much more brutal than you. Okay, and stop. H4. Okay, you guys already know for the longest time I did not like Halloween 4, but I do have a new appreciation for it. It is one of the best ones in the franchise, after all. Now, despite how goofy the mask looks, he is honestly a really brutal Michael Myers. He is much larger than Nick Castle was in the first one, and he just... bruh. So yeah, I'm putting him instantly in the shape. He is extremely brutal. Like, that scene where he impaled that chick with the shotgun, or whenever he woke up and he put his thumb straight through somebody's forehead, or even whenever he freaking crushed somebody's skull with his bare hands. Yeah, putting him in the shape. Okay, and stop. H5. Okay, you guys already know how I feel about Halloween 5. I'm not a huge fan of it. I like the mask, I guess, but whatever. In terms of brutality, he's not very intimidating, honestly. So I'm gonna throw him up in WTF because I guess the witchy look and the angry eyebrows, I guess, kind of makes him intimidating, I guess. So he doesn't go necessarily in no, but still, man, this is not scary at all. Okay, stop. Halloween 2. Okay. Hear me out. Halloween 2 is actually scarier than the original. Now, Halloween 2 is not as good as the first one, but it's much scarier, in my opinion. The mask is so much more chilling, and that's saying a lot since we can see his freaking eyes. Honestly, putting him in the shape, but actually higher than Halloween 4. Okay, stop. Okay, Halloween 6. You already know Halloween 6 is my favorite one. Honestly, I'm contemplating putting him in the Boogeyman. But also, he's like kind of tied with this one. And I said I was only going to put one in the Boogeyman. Also, I have no idea if I spelled Boogeyman right. Tell you what I'll do. I'll wait till last, and I'll make a decision at the end of the video. Okay, let's go with the original, the 1978 classic. Honestly, I'm going to put him slightly below the 2018 one. Because they're basically the same situation. They're just walking around, stalking their prey. It's not really that big of an issue. Not really very brutal, but not too weak. You know what I mean? Because these two are freaking strong. Like that scene when Michael Myers punched through that door and unlocked it from the other side. Honestly, that was amazing. That was amazing. Okay, now Halloween Ends, instantly putting that in no. Seriously, how could you go from a freaking monster beast mode in Halloween Kills to a freaking weak weirdo in the sewers in Ends? Yeah, so instantly no. Okay, now on to the hard decision, guys. I'm going to put him in the shape. I'm going to put H6 in the shape, but above RZ's Halloween 2. Because he's not anywhere near as brutal as Halloween Kills. But I'm still going to keep in mind that scene where he was in the hospital and he was like brutalizing everyone with that giant surgical machete. And yeah, here's my Michael Myers brutality tier list. You guys can let me know in the comments if you agree. And if you don't, let me know your rankings in the comments on who's the most brutal and who is basically the butt of the joke. But yeah, I'm out. See you guys later.